Hey, what's up guys? It's your man 4am again, back with a new guide for extreme difficulty, in which I want to show you a closer look at the combat. We're gonna do two pretty interesting combat encounters, a reinforced bandit camp with extra waves of support coming in, which is not easy to do on extreme. So I'm gonna help you with some tips and tricks to make these encounters a little bit easier, get the maximum reward while you're at it. Another encounter with easy money farming. Trust me guys, you want to do this at all times on your save. I'm going to give you essential tips and tricks, as well as my hands down favorite build on extreme difficulty to make all these so much easier. So yeah, let's get straight to action. Alright, so here we are once again in Tiltron County, month 9, day 11. So you can tell that we survived a pretty long time on extreme difficulty. And yeah, today we're gonna push things to the extreme a little bit more. Let's say deal with a bandit's lair right here. Let's quickly check out my camp. So we still have two tanks, Ragnar, Maximus. We also have two bandits, Vanessa and Lucille, who are my rangers. We've got Ari as well as Halfdan, which both hit like a truck. Just raw damage with perforating oil to ignore guard of enemies, have higher crit chance, while Ragnar's build became even more powerful, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. But this is a pretty good pro tip right here. We currently have the bandit's lair. This lair is about to fall, while we also have a reward for it, a bounty. The amount of skulls will determine how many waves of reinforcements will come in. So just one skull, it's going to be one reinforcement wave. Don't go with 2 or 3 because those are pretty difficult. If you want to make a ton of money, it's always recommended to capture some bandits or outlaws, because you can turn them in for a lot of money and they can basically give you some rewards in return. Over 100 gold at this point. So that is an awesome thing to do to also get rid of your suspicion meter. But right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different type of characters with all the season stats, so they cannot be captured, while they also have one wrongdoer. This is the only guy we can capture, while normally all the guys in the next wave, because of this skill, are also capturable. Let me just quickly go and reload the game, because this can make the composition slightly different. So right now, if we interact with it, see, we have one poacher instead of the wrongdoer, which is capturable, which is going to make it a lot easier, basically. So let's go. All right, so here we are, 6 versus 8, including a reinforcement wave after the first round, which is going to be pretty scary. But it should be manageable on extreme difficulty to deal with plus 12 characters as enemy team. But the setup is one of the most important things right here. I mean, we have 2 different places where we can set up our crew. You can even split your powers, let's say, to surround these guys. But you are going to be surrounded once the reinforcements kick in. So I don't recommend you to do that ever. This is one option. Right here we have pretty squishy targets, which you can take down pretty easily before they get to see any play. I mean, the hoodlum right here is first, then the wrongdoer gets to play. So we could prevent the wrongdoer from engaging with our squishy targets by placing Maximus right here, our main tank, while we could start the turn with Ragnar and take out the hoodlum. The better alternative would be to place all your characters in the very side of the map, exactly like so. As right now, they basically eliminate the play of these characters. They have to move all the way to this position, while they will simply burn their first move by walking around. Same counts for this poacher maybe, who will not be able to get close enough for that first shot. While I've got a pretty interesting first move right here. So normally, if you have a lot of valor, which I don't have right now, you can just go in, aggressively start butchering the enemies. While right now, what we're going to do is take our lieutenant. I have 2 different lieutenants right here, and we're going to place it exactly right here, because then we can already start off by casting tactical order to double the valor generated by all these characters. Land a shot right here. Wow, look at that, already 163. But then we're just going to place it right here and turn right next to an ally, so we can generate valor ourselves. And this guy will simply burn its move. After that, we also have the Wrongdoer, who will basically engage combat with Maximus. And the nice thing about my tanks, I share the build, by the way, for every single character in my video in the top right of the screen. But they basically generate Valor points passively when engaged in combat. So this guy just got 2 Valor points because of the Wrongdoer walking to him. While next up we have the Hoodlum, and this guy can hit pretty hard, so it's wise to take him out as quick as possible. But the Marauder is standing right in front of him, so we're gonna have to deal with that first. What I think is pretty interesting right here is that we can just move a little bit back, stand right there, and now we basically can use the galvanized troops. Because of our orderly status, we will generate twice as much valor, so that's 4 allies around us times 2 will generate 8 valor, which is amazing. I mean, look at this. We will instantly get a full bar. You can even save this one for later. While it's very important to have all the valor points early game to deal with as much enemies as possible before that second wave of reinforcements is coming in. So we're just gonna run towards this guy, and ladies and gentlemen, this is where I quickly want to share my absolute favorite characters with you. So this is Ragnar the Bulwark. He looks pretty gangster, and honestly his damage is, I will prove you that in a second. But what's really nice about this dude is that I scaled his strength up to the maximum. So his base damage is really nice, while he also has this weapon, the Rhymesteel Straight Sword, which comes with exhausting oil. Every time a skill deals damage, it has a 50% chance to apply Dazed. So then the enemy's attack of opportunity will simply deal no damage. It will execute, but it will not deal any damage. The nice thing is, with this specific build, I have counterattack, which gives me riposte, but also the Elzarian Heater Shield, which does the exact same thing. So I will basically execute 2 attacks of opportunity when an enemy engages or attacks me. And we also have this Lucky Charm right here. So if I don't apply the Dazed with my sword, which makes them deal no damage with their attacks, already reduce the attacks of opportunity by 50%. So if we're lucky, we're gonna crit this guy and apply some Dazed, but in most situations, we will just apply the Dazed. There we go. So now, what's crazy is that I already get full Valor points. After that, 2 Valor points kick. We're just gonna disengage and check this out. 1 hit right there, almost entirely killed this Marauder, so very satisfying. And I'm gonna finish him off with the Wrath as well. Voila! Now we can move to the next target. This Hoodlum. I'm gonna use my basic attack. There we go. If we're lucky, we apply Dazed. Fortunately, that didn't happen. But let's also do the Taunt, as this will basically reduces the damage he deals. I mean, we already have full Valor right here, right? End turn. Check this out. Bam! Hits like a truck right there. Applies the Daze as well, so that basically means we can disengage without taking any damage. These guys are not of my concern at the moment, while this guy will hit pretty hard. So if we decide to go in with a squishy target, that's gonna be risky. While the Wrongdoer already played his first turn, so he can basically disengage with his run ability and move on to another target. So that is exactly what we're gonna do right here. Get behind the Marauder. Weakening blow. We will already get 2 Valor points back, so there we go. Do another hit and end the turn. So now the archers, they have a chance of course, hitting me, but also their allies, because we were standing right behind them. So unfortunately, he has good eyes, so he hit Ragnar. But now we can actually, finish off this Hoodlum if we want. You know what? I'm gonna take an archer and attempt to finish off this dude. Wow, that was pretty close. I can even do this right here. Do the Wrath ability. Finish him off. And go for the next one. Oh, that was crazy. The nice thing is, if he hits Maximus, then he will basically kill himself because he has this oil, the Mustard Tonic. If enemies attack him, it's not gonna be nice. Let's put it that way. So now it's a 6v6. The enemies only have one more character they can play with, which we don't have to be afraid of. It's way too far away to hit us, while we still have 2 of our rangers, both with also the orderly status, so they can basically finish off enemies with ease and get those valor points. So that's the first one. Look at that, 2 valor points. I'm gonna get back a little bit and turn. Wow, because of the Glorious, it got another 2 Valor points right there. And yeah, we can do the same to that dude. Well, I kind of want to go for the Archer right now. You know what? I'm just going to do it like that. That's it. We can take this dude down later. And now, oh, it's a 6v12. So, yeah, now we kind of want to move away from this front, as you can see, because these guys get to play first. Ooh, this is scary. Same counts for this dude. So this one basically gets access to these characters as well. So what we should do is do the recoil shot. Get him out of walking distance. And then we also have this Poacher, which is probably going to hit pretty hard. And the Wrongdoer, who will probably engage on Halfdan. So, yeah. First, make sure that these guys won't be able to get close to us. That's it. You know what? I'm going to move towards a Criminal so we can take it out before it gets to see play. And deal with Vanessa. There we go. Yep, that was expected. But the character is supported, so it doesn't deal that much damage. Now, yeah, the Poacher is probably going to hit Maximus. There we go. And this guy is just way too far away to do anything. Next turn is a Wrongdoer. You can see that he doesn't have a very long range. So what we could do is finish off the Criminal with Vanessa. Just run away from him. Uh-oh, we've got another Wrongdoer right there. So unfortunately, we won't be able to do anything against this Archer. I'm exploring some options right now, but I think the safest thing to do right now is to just get back, regroup actually at this position. Maybe even slowly cycle towards this area, because right now we're gonna start slaying these dudes. So we can fight like true Spartans, let's say, in this little area, while all the rest has to do a lot of walking to basically reach us. End the turn. The Archer is gonna be scary once again. Ouch. Yep. That's what happens sometimes. Guys, you can't mitigate all the risks. Sometimes you just have to deal with consequences of enemies with poor accuracy or maybe doing something unexpected. While it's very important on extreme difficulty to allow downing of your characters. Have at least 15 willpower. Otherwise, they cannot down and they will instantly die, which is super brutal. We've got a Poacher right here. So probably going to hit Vanessa. And we also have a Marauder. The Marauder is still super far away. So, you know what? I'm going to take Ragnar. Revive Halfdan. And slowly start moving towards that Poacher. Maybe even kill the Hoodlum while we're at it. There we go. We can't reach him, unfortunately. Now we get 2 points. See, check this out. Nice. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. I honestly thought it was going to finish Halfdan right there. But thank God that didn't happen. This Criminal is also way too far away to see play, so that's awesome. So you basically want to move all those squishy dudes to where we just said we wanted to have him. This guy already played, this guy already played, so you can just freely move those squishy targets to that area. First, I'm going to take Halfdan. Voila. That's one guy down. 6v9. Oh, we're getting closer, ladies and gentlemen. And then we've got another one right here. And now the archer has to shoot through all his allies, but he managed to do so. Okay, that's impressive. And we are basically the last character in line right now. So Maximus can reposition, stand right here. Then if Ari goes behind that, we will have our shield wall in front once again. And then we can start dealing with all the rest right here. It's going to be pretty challenging, that next wave. You can also see that right now we only have 2 seasoned warriors left. These cannot be captured, while we want to capture as many of the rest as possible. Turn them into prison, reduce our suspicion meter, and get a lot of money while we're at it. This guy still has the orderly status. So if we engage, we get that 2 valor back. Amazing. So let's end the turn right there. So now you can see these dudes get to play first. Both tanks. So yeah, let's try to run away from them as quick as possible. Let's first hit this dude, I guess. So he won't be able to do anything in the next 2 rounds, hopefully. Also hit this archer right there. Nice. And run to the back. So now our shield wall is safe. Tanks are going to engage with my tanks. The squishies are behind them. This guy even got dazed, so we can do a free disengage with multiple counterattacks, while this is less enjoyable to watch, of course. But now we have a pretty nice window of opportunity to possibly take out this dude right here. Bam! Vertability. Bam! 180 damage. And get back in position, basically. Place him as far away as possible, because we have a poacher playing next. They can hit pretty hard. This is not bad, honestly. We can basically use Ragnar to finish off the criminal, so Lucille gets a free turn after that. What I am going to do, though, right now, is force engage on the wrongdoer, so Vanessa can play afterwards and catch this criminal, so we can already have our first prisoner. So the shield wall is fortified. Hopefully capture this dude. I mean, this is always RNG. Can be pretty frustrating. 66%. Whew, there we go. First prisoner captured. We get some extra valor while we're at it, which is nice. And we can even do a torch strike right here. Hit these 2 dudes. What's even better is we can throw in a poison vial. But yeah, poison over time is not going to do a lot right now. I am going to mend Maximus right now, because otherwise he's going to lose a lot of HP when we end his turn. We want to keep both his armor and HP up as much as possible. Marauder can't do anything. Oh, this is amazing. While I'm going to do another torch strike right here. There we go. Brutality. Did get poisoned a little bit, but yeah, it's working. Uh-oh. I seriously misclicked right there. That's stupid. 4 AM, you idiot. I wanted to just press the pounce, but hey, this is fine. We can, I mean, I see 1, 2, 3 turns right there. Only this dude gets to play quickly. I'm gonna run with Maximus and do the tactical order once again. Now I lose all my valor, which is a pretty risky thing to do, but I can just re-engage on this guy to get 1 back at least. And we're gonna do end turn. And now the first thing we can do is make hopefully short work of this Marauder. So I'm just gonna run towards him, do the slice ability. Please apply the daze. There we go. Now we're gonna disengage. That's 1 hit right there. Another dazed. Oh, let's go. Kick him in the nuts. Destabilization. So it has days still. Disengage. What? It didn't attack. Okay, that's super weird. Well, I'm gonna just use the taunt. Force engage. That's 1 valor point, and we get 2 in return. So that's a good gains right there. And now we will just finish off the Marauder. So you can tell that these, I don't know how to call them, big brain plays, let's say, can give you a lot of valor, while they are just super satisfying to trigger. Absolutely turn the tables in combat. And what's wrong with this HP bar, man? This guy still has slowed down movement, so he won't be able to do much. The wrongdoer is probably going to engage on Maximus, so the shield wall will basically stay intact. But now I kind of want to start moving towards capturing more bad guys. You know what? I'm going to shoot this guy back. So if this guy engages first, we will get more valor points. Let's just deal with the archer, I guess. Floops. Back in the back. Now we want to be careful because this guy can get a little bit closer. So I just want to stay put. Walk to this. Make a little opening for when we possibly want to finish off some bad guys. And turn. And yeah, this guy is a seasoned warrior, so we cannot capture him as bandits. So I simply want to finish him off. Maybe even do that with a torch strike. Okay, didn't do the thing, but there we go. Now we can engage combat with a poacher. 6v4, so we're getting pretty close. Now our primary goal would be to, finish off the poacher right there and engage combat with these 3 dudes, so we can hopefully capture them as prisoners. Floops. Torch strike, there we go. So not only this guy is left, who will probably engage with Ragnar. So we can also already start trimming some of HP. Whoops. Nice. He got dazed. Man, this guy has a lot of HP. This is insane. Ooh. Now we want to be careful. Uh-oh. The problem is I'm going to counterattack. And I really don't want to do that. I mean, if he attacks right now, Ragnar is just going to obliterate him. So what I want to do, just disengage and engage combat with this dude instead. So he's just going to move to my nearest target, Ari or Maximus. And then it's going to be possible to actually capture him. Oh, no! Oh, well, I didn't expect him to deal that much damage. I mean, we could have just finished him off with Ragnar if you want to do it safe, but I want to get the most out of this encounter. So instead, Barbarian right there. That's it. 17 HP. The chance of capture is going to be insane. Look at that. 100%. Actually, walk behind the wrongdoer. Hit him with some fire. And turn. And now move to Halfdan to revive our precious Ari. Whew. Whew. I sincerely hope the wrongdoer is not gonna die because of this. But we basically can't get to it in any way. So yeah, what we want to do right now is just end turn. And end turn. This might look weird, but I just want to make sure that the wrongdoer will lose a little bit more HP. So end turn. So I can capture it. See? Ooh, 7 HP left. There we go. So we're gonna first take this guy home. Voila. And turn. Oh, all the dots, man. Losing so much HP. And now we can just use our taunt with the tank. Without dealing any damage, we're just gonna end the turn and we even applied some damage over time. But we have 4 moves of RNG to capture this tank as well. So if 72% chance. Okay, there we go. Sweet. We killed a lot of guys in this battle. Also captured 4 outlaws. So you can tell that we, of course, got some nice spoils of war. A Raider's Bow level 11. A Criminal's Barblut. And so much more. So we're just gonna loot this all. Man, I'm so glad, honestly, that the combat is over. Because those things really crack your brain sometimes. But hey, here we go. Also get some snacks right here. Inspect all these goodies. Yeah, man, there is just so much to be found in these encampments. Gonna use one of these slaves to get some extra firewood. I don't really see anything else we can interact with other than... oh, this one right here. Labor's Headband. Lucky Charm. Pocket Knife. Let's go. As well as the black market agent right here. So I think these are amazing if you want to give every single one of your characters all the skills in the game. It even gives you the recipe Poison Vial for 37 gold, not that much. So I just pick that one up. Well, I think I already have every single skill for each one of my characters. I can even give them Taunt, actually. Might sound stupid for an archer, but you know what? I'm going to go with Taunt. As then, you can also use these to force engage combat with enemies and capture them as prisoners. But yeah, that was a pretty extreme battle to secure the bandits' lair. Let's quick save and also do a little bit of resting. So we've got Thulian, Kudras, Sinews, and Kunun. During the first rest, they usually don't really run off. So I'm just gonna stuff my tent with them, get some valor points for the next round, and also eat some snacks. As no one was watching, the prisoner Sinews escaped during the rest. I think I just placed them a little bit too far away. But hey, that's fine. They're probably hiding somewhere in the woods. Oh, I see some movement around. Oh, that's wolves. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Let's pick her up. Your companions find her friendly? You gotta be kidding me, man. But yeah, let's get to El Prison, because right now we're gonna get a reward, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you want to have pitons everywhere on the world, by the way, because you can just quickly disengage from battle. Anyways, if you have a little bit of wonder level, what I absolutely love is a path upgrade in Crime and Chaos. So this one right here. Ruffians. If the troop is wanted, movement speed in the force is increased by 20%. You can further increase your movement speed on roads, for example, by using the long distance running from trades and craftsmanship. And there are even more upgrades in the companion right here. Basic knowledge run, essential one to pick up first, as well as endurance training. And also have these pitons all over the place. I mean, they make travel so much easier. You just click from one to the next, and you can travel over those hills all the time. As you can see on my map, I have them all over the place. One stupid location with a mountain with one on each direction. This mountain with the Tiltrin Tomb is filled with those pitons as well. If we go to the Altis Plateau, we've got plenty of those right there. And also strategical placements around border passes. One to get from Tiltrin to the Ludern province. So we never basically checked out the Bennett border crossing. We can also easily bypass it right there. We also did that on this location. I never checked out the Adoranian border crossing either. But if you want to have everything in detail on how to do this, I've got another guide for you guys at the top right of the screen. Anyways, I'm going to quick save once again because we've got some guards very close. And yeah, we still have a little bit of energy left to return prisoners for a hefty bounty. Check it out, 105 gold. That's the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth, unfortunately, cannot be turned in because the dungeons are full. So in most cases, and this is so typical. We have Sinews left who basically ran off. Sometimes you would think, okay, we're now stranded with this character as, yeah, we can click on it, but nothing happens. Go to your camp and then interact with them. This is where you have the cogwheel, manage companion, and this is where you can dismiss or release. If you dismiss, she will basically keep on the chains and you will lose that item, so it will not go back to your inventory, while if you press release, you will get the chains back. But I, in most cases, keep one of those prisoners with me, so it can do temporary tasks like chopping wood, mining ore, etc. because I have a slightly smaller crew size, so I won't be able to fulfill all the different professions in the game. I give these professions to Antonio and Alberto, my two amigos right here, so it's not really necessary for me to stick with this lady, while you can also just keep her and move to the next prison. I think the Vitruvian jail is not that far away, same counts for the Lutheran jail, but you can even use your trade post to quick travel from one region to the next. So let's quickly rest right here. See, with all these characters, 8 in total, including 2 horses, I only have to provide 18 food. Pay the wages, and voila. So we went from 1,700 to 2,100. And we haven't even sold all the weapons and armor we basically got our hands on during that battle. Get a grumpy trait. You know, they're all best friends already, so let's go with a free aptitude point. Extra dex, ladies and gentlemen, at all times for the maximum damage and crits. Whoa, that was scary. These guys, they just popped up right next to me. But yeah, we got rid of quite some suspicion because of turning in those dudes. And now we're gonna do a risky move right here because these dudes can run super fast. But hey, the Piton flips makes us get in the woods safely without problem. I want to show you guys another thing which can make you a ton of gold on extreme difficulty, because there are so many people that seem to struggle with not only the food, but also the wages paying to your companions. Let's quickly heal Ari right here. Treat injury. Yeah, we're currently standing in the center of Tiltron County, right next to Strumcap. If I open up the map for a second, this is what it looks like on the map. You want to basically wait around the town for a little crew to pop up with a knapsack icon. So that's these fellas. These are basically civilians. Before you engage combat, quick save. Then we're gonna talk with them, and we're not gonna leave them be or give them any snacks. I am always a nice guy in real life, but this doesn't get you rich, so sometimes you have to do some dirty things to make a lot of money. So if we engage combat with these dudes, you can see that they have 9 seasoned warriors, or well, civilians basically, which are not that scary to fight, but they do have enemy reinforcements coming in. And this is the scary part, because if we start the battle, there's going to be, I think, 2 waves of reinforcements. So we're going to have to fight like at least 20 civilians. While right now we have a lot of valor, so we can basically fight through those quite quickly. I recommend you to start on the sides, just like we did with that other battle, which was 100 times more difficult. Trust me, those 2 reinforcement rounds are not going to be scary. But yeah, as I already said, all the seasoned warriors cannot be captured. You also want to know where to turn these in, which I'm going to show you a little bit later in the video. So first we want to take out every single one of them, wait for reinforcements to come. Those will not be seasoned, so then you can start making a lot of money. There we go. Can probably finish off this dude. Oh. Please. There we go. 100% chance. I honestly don't mind if this seasoned warrior dies. There we go. It's the boss. We can't even capture her. But that is it. Now we should have a nice amount of prisoners with us. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I once managed to capture 7 or 8, I think. If you are unlucky with the crits, I mean, you're going to be lucky if you're unlucky, because then they don't die as quickly with all those counterattacks. But right now we can just basically quickly visit the inn and do a little bit of resting, which is not going to cost you that much gold. You also want to do this in town, because if you have a wanted or suspicion level, it's reasonable that you get caught by the guard. But right now, you basically just want to walk to the north. Right here, we have the Tiltron Lumber Mill. I covered this in multiple videos, but I just wanted to do this again, as if you choose for the bad guys, if you interact with this lady, give her some money and influence and whatnot, then she will be nice to you. And then you can basically put all those poor civilians in the basement right here. So now we can just talk to her and check out the reward we get for each refugee. 130 gold. This is more than capturing a bandit or an outlaw. And that's not the only thing. You also get 10 influence and 5 wood while you're at it. So for every civilian which you turn in right here, you get that influence bonus. You get extra wood, which is going to be awesome for you to craft bows, weapons, and armor early game. The influence is going to be great to boost your banner, basically. But I think this is an essential thing to do if you are on Extreme and want to get all the coin you can get your hands on. I mean, we only engaged combat with 2 different crews, a bandit crew as well as the civilian crew, and we made a lot of gold. We made like 1,000 gold. You can do plenty more if you manage to capture more enemies. But if you combine all this with doing some contracts, collecting bounties every now and then yeah, it's going to be even easier. In the very bottom of the list, we have Venusa's pack. If we accept this mission, negotiate, I always go for like 85% chance, then it's super easy to boost this to the maximum reward, which is over 500 right now for just an easy contract. That's insane. If you can find bandits and outlaws during this combat encounter, you can also capture those to further boost your rewards. With about 5 enemies captured, which results in at least 100 gold each, that's easily over 1,000 gold. And we're not even talking about all the loot you get in the process. I mean, this stupid club sells for 33 gold. We've got a poisoned throwing knife right here, a rancher's pitchfork. We also have these pocket knives, but sometimes you can come across some pretty rare weapons and armor, which I always store in my travel post as I want to save those for later. Also crafted these 2 bad boys right here, which are pretty good. But yeah, check this out. This one right here costs 156, 52, 20, 76, 40 gold. So all that adds up to the final bonus you get after completing that mission. Alright, so there you have it. 2 pretty interesting encounters on extreme difficulty, both with reinforcements, which can sometimes be extremely difficult to survive. While with these tips and tricks, I'm sure they're going to be a lot more manageable, including some build tips which I shared, which can make your encounters even easier. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, as you have no idea how much you help out the channel with it. While, of course, there is plenty more Wartales coming your way, so be sure to subscribe if you want to stay in the loop with future content. Right now, though, it's 4 AM out. I want to wish you an awesome day. Good luck on extreme difficulty. I'll see you in the next video or live stream. Take care. Peace.